Welcome back. Here we are again. A whole week, two technically. It's amazing how long a week can feel at times. Before I end up waxing too poetical. Uh, yeah, I'm being led in multiple timelines or directions of possible timelines. Things seem to be shifting, and I'm just trying to do the best I can. At least it doesn't feel like surrounded by storms. I think more just an invitation to be more patient with myself internally. Rupert factor. The message from in between this week uh, is really sort of happening right here, right now. Like I said, timelines are shifting, and I've been trying to get the posting of the art and the message, the written message from in between, get that down and out to then be performed, go live on Sunday night so that completion of the cycle. And I feeling that with a little bit of luck and spit and polish, I should have the next one up tomorrow. So that way I'm posting the art and the written message from it between on Instagram, and then that will be the content, or that will form the content of the Sunday night to follow. We'll see if this coalesces. Just more trying to get my before banter a little less rambly. But as I need to remind myself, these are for feel goods, for entertainment, for distraction, and the beneficial side effects are numerous. And encouraging when we think about turning our gaze inward, stepping back and taking a look at ourselves. And I think it's important to sort of take stock of the images that the mind likes to throw back in response. As the different parts of your mind are communicating with one another. And that can get a little hectic, a little trafficky in feeling. And so these Sunday night sessions help reset whatever clocks need to be reset, or counters, pressure release of sorts. And I'm also excited tonight. There were three different things that came through that wanted to be a part of tonight. And so I jotted those down. And we will definitely be getting into that very soon. I'm just also trying to think. All right, I would have shown you what I've drawn. I would have talked about it. Checked in the to-do list part of it. Thank you for bearing with me. Thank you for participating with this whenever and wherever you participate with this. And it's going to be a shorter session tonight. But still an opportunity to recalibrate, reinvigorate. And so what helps us is to start to let that go. Maybe you want to imagine the sound of scissors snipping, as if we were trimming or pruning or styling our energetic attachments. The best part is all of your issues will be right there waiting for you when you're ready to come back and get them. But even more better that they can be set aside, if only for moments. But with practice, those moments stretch out longer. Maybe to the sound of shears. Maybe indulge this visualization a bit and see if you feel lighter, or if you can add that to your visualization of as these worries and woes of the week are taken from us, as we shrug them off. And maybe you're afraid of your stresses and woes being unattended and potentially going for someone else, so you can imagine them in a safe little circle. And by little, I mean as big as it needs to be. A little glowing ring of protection. And a reminder that you are in control of what goes on in the mindscape. That is a dialogue between you and different aspects of you. The conscious mind, the subconscious mind, mayhaps even the unconscious mind. And so checking in with the sensation of feeling lighter than before we started this practice of relaxing in another one of its many guises. We can dress it up however we want, but we're all going to come back to relaxed. Notice which parts of your body are starting to help you out, as in loosening up and relaxing, and which parts of you feel maybe a little reticent, a little resistance to letting go of our woes for just a moment. And not judging the eager parts, the uneager parts. And if it hasn't already, allow the breath to become smoother and deeper and satisfying, satiating, like the sip that follows thirst. Sip on the sweetness of the breath and allow it to feel good as you do. Let that be a component. You feel better, you relax more. You relax more, you feel better. The mind sometimes loves to get caught in loops, so give it a good loop. To chew on. And start to let a feeling, a sensation of relaxation pouring into you as if from above, from somewhere in the heavens above, pouring a liquid light, feeling it soothe and relax as it goes along. Feel it flow over the scalp, forehead, the ears, down past cheek and chin, the back of the neck, the front of the neck and the shoulders, down the arms, down the torso, down the forearms, down the hips, down the fingers, down the legs, down the feet, around the toes. And then imagine that energy flowing back up through the channel that is made by the shape of your body. Feeling it filling you up. Rising up, filling you up until it comes to the top of your head and fountains out and down and around you. Sync your inhale to the sensation of that energy filling and flooding up the body. exhaling the fountain, joining all of that light from above, that liquid light that is cascading down and around you, down to the feet, and joining this earthen energy from below that pulls up to mix with this sky energy from above. Feel yourself making a U-sized toroidal shape, like a large inner tube of sorts, or donut if you prefer. Like the lines of magnetic current, through a field. Inhaling from feet to head, exhaling and cascading back down and around. Pulling that energy from below up through the body, out from the top of the head, and exhaling down and around, coating, seeking the ground. And maybe simply breathing up and down the spine is enough. But to whatever complexity of the visualization that you were just given, stick with that for a moment or two. Whether it's up and down the spine or up the inside of the body from the feet to the skull, exhaling down, out, and around the surface of the body, down to the feet, to join that flow again. Inhaling and filling up, exhaling and circulating. And if you would like something even more, give it your favorite color. Whatever feels right, sync this movement, this visualization, with your deep, smooth breaths. Now let us know when the time has passed. Where are you? Where's your practice? And wrapping up whatever round you happen to be on. In your mind, see yourself standing at a body of water. And just across the way, out in front, is a small little island. As you look at the water in front of you, it only seems to be maybe deep enough to reach to your knees, which would mean you could walk all the way to the little island. And if you haven't already stepped into the water, notice the temperature of the water and the caress of the air. Maybe hearing a breeze in the trees. And as you walk, you notice the different textures beneath your feet. Even if wearing water shoes, you can tell that underneath a small layer of silt are large rocks, long surfaces. Maybe it starts to feel like it's hinting something about an old ancient road. And this path carries on in the direction that you're headed, which is straight towards the island. You see that it has a few trees, a couple off to their own. On one side of the island, on the other side, a clump of trees. And you follow a hunch that says walk between those two trees, reminding yourself that you're safe, that you, your mind, dictate what goes on in the mindscape. Just a reminder. So that way we're brave as we make our way around to walk on to this island between the gate made by these two trees on the left side of the island. And as you pass through, the sky seems to shimmer and change to speed up. You can watch the sun in the sky, stars, the clouds dance. And taking that as a sign that time may act a little differently in this moment. The skies stop, and if you walk a little further, you'll see a stone bench with a letter on it. A letter from future you, reaching out to you now. Read the letter. You may even hear your own voice simply say the words. What message for you does future you have? The message may have come through clearly, or it may be fuzzier and more emotion laden. For some, it's as if their future self could only send a feeling back through time, maybe a feeling of its going to be all right, or you can do this, or be careful. Maybe you heard the letter yourself, spoke to yourself. But in there somewhere, in each of the messages, is a little favor from the future self, sending you encouragement or discouragement, whatever your future self knew you needed to hear in this moment. If you want to send a thank you letter or response to your future self, you can leave it here at the bench on the little island that as you look up into the sky seems to be traveling quickly in reverse, taking you back to the two trees on the left side of the island, stepping back out into regular time as you feel the stones under the soft lining made by this body of water. Once you found yourself back where you started, you can let go of that. Just for a moment, let go of everything you're willing to let go of. It is not your job to stop your thoughts, to change them, judge them, fix them, anything. Anything other than just observe them. Like clouds in the sky, let them come and let them go. And now, ever so gently, make a wish, say a mantra, plant a seed worth growing. Find your short phrase of personal resolve and say it to yourself now, 3 times in your head. let it go. Send a little feel good to future you. You could even leave it on the bench. Come back and get it when you need it. And for those of you headed off into slumber, sweet dreams, many blessings. Feel good, feel well, be happy. And for those of us that need to come back out of any altered state we may have induced ourselves, find your breath, find your body, and follow the breath back into the body, letting life return as you wiggle toes, wiggle fingers, wiggle face, and rock neck. Rolling over onto your right side if you're lying flat on your back. And pushing yourself up to a simple seated position. Take a moment to check back in with your intent for the rest of the day. And how much, if any, you feel better and different for having taken yourself through some meditative practices. So take a moment to feel good for doing something good for yourself. All right. All the pats on the back you need. In a sense, completeness with glass. Session. Hariom Tat Sat, my friends. This has been Psychic Sleep Yoga Nidra for the 10th of November 2024. Again, thank you so much for being here, participating with this, however and whenever you participate with this. And as always, feel good, feel well, be happy.